your free reading, go ahead and subscribe. Kennedy, hey, welcome. Are you interested in getting your freebie here, darling? We got Salem. Salem's lucky cat. I, of course, called him out. Now he ran away. But welcome in, guys. Hi. Hello. If you were on my last live yesterday, Friday, I got grounded during that live. Hello, darling. Hi, Kennedy. I got grounded during that live for speaking my voice about my elected officials that I did not elect personally, but TikTok said I was bullying and harassing, so they kicked me off until 12:08, which was just a few moments ago. So we are doing subscriber only readings right now. I'm still going to voice my opinions, but I won't be using the F word quite as frequently. I'll be doing my best, even though this is an 18 and older live. So you should think that I would be able to do that, but I don't make the rules, TikTok. I don't make the rules. Anyway, guys, so Kennedy, let me know what the topic matter of your free reading is. If you're interested in having that free reading, hopefully you won't be being filtered. If you are being filtered, come on over to TikTok so that you can get, I should not have put that. I'm going to remove that, actually. There you go. Remove that content. Yep. Anyways, you can come over to YouTube and you can type there what your topic matter is. If you're interested in your freebie, I'd be happy to give that to you here today. Guys, welcome to Subscriber Only Saturdays. Go ahead and subscribe and you're going to get a free reading every Saturday of your choice. You're also going to be eligible to do $10 donations instead of $15 donations. And then the other thing I was going to say is, anytime you donate $15 or more to the Linktree link, you're always going to get a 6-minute reading. Does not matter if it's subscriber only Saturday or if it's Tuesday. It doesn't matter. You're going to get a 6-minute reading every time you donate $15 or more. All right. Kennedy says, give me a reading on whatever. Absolutely, girly. Let's do it. Spirit, this is for our friend Kennedy. Spirit, what does Kennedy need to know? Thanks for being here, Spirit. Spirit makes me burp for those of you who are unaware. Spirit, what does Kennedy need to know? Spirit, what does Kennedy need to know? What's going on here for our friend Kennedy? Last shuffle, because it feels right. All right, let's check it out. Something's coming in quick for you, Kennedy. Fast. This is the fastest moving card in tarot. This is the 8 of Wands. When we talk about the number 8, we are talking about success and opportunity coming in for you. It's a very good money number as well. When we talk about the suit of wands, we're talking about the element of fire. This is transformation. This is saying I have passion, I have desire, I have motivation, I can get up and I can go. When we're talking about the 8 of wands, though, we're talking about something coming in out of the blue. Something that is out of the blue, something that you did not expect, something that was very quickly communicated to you, whether it was a text message, face-to-face interaction, a voicemail, a DM, an email, it doesn't matter. Something's going to come out of the blue that's going to put you where you need to be in full alignment, okay? Full alignment. That's why you can see all the wands here are not overlapping at all. They're completely parallel to one another. Ooh, I want a clarifier. All right. So this is about a partnership here. The 2 of Cups is the partnership card that this partnership has probably not been doing so well. Put a fork in me. I'm done. The 10 of Swords is here. The 10 of Swords is a card saying like, maybe I've been gaslit. Maybe I felt like I've been in this situation for too long. Maybe I don't know how to get on my feet again. When we talk about 10s, the number 10 is all about closure, ending, cycles ending, starting a new cycle. You can see she has been poked 10 times, right? She's been down and out 10 times, but there's toxicity even leaking out of her, right? We have some hardships that we went through, but it's always darkest right before the dawn. And the only thing that brings the dawn is the sun. The sun is the most perceived positive sign you can have in tarot. So yeah, you might be going through it a little bit. Hi, Marilyn. You might be going through it. Things might not be so great. But all of this is leading up to an upper hand. Okay. The Seven of Swords is you having the upper hand, you in the vantage point. You're able to say what it is that you want, what you're interested in. You can defeat anyone who's trying to attack you because you are at a better angle than any other swords here. So yeah, there was a partnership. This is the card of partnership that was like making you feel down and out, not so good, realizing like I can get out of this because it's always darkest right before the dawn. And now you're in a better position. So if that is something that you're interested in leaving, if it's a love relationship, a friendship, a family situation, because relationship is a broad term. It does not always mean romantic. It can mean, again, friendships, coworkers, family members. But there is something here. I want to pull one more card here for you. But it is up to you to change your perspective, okay? The Hanged One is here saying that there is a change of perspective that does need to be had, because what you're seeing here is if you don't change your perspective, you're going to stay here. The swords are the suit of air. Air is the mind. Changing your mind is going to bring you some like real shit about your relationship. It's going to no longer be rose-colored glasses. It's going to be very much like, I see exactly what's going on. I see it for exactly what it is. I can't unsee it. I can't unget the ick. And I'm going to get up. I'm going to level up. I'm going to have the upper hand. I'm going to get out of this situation. So I do hope that helps there. Kennedy, I hope that gives you clarity. I hope it gives you insight. Sorry about that. I forgot your name for a split second, but I knew how I was reading. So Kennedy, I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you, Marilyn, for the tiny dinies. Aurora, love, love, love this. Thank you. You're very welcome, Kennedy. Thank you so much for being here. So call me Ren. Thank you so much for the follow. Yes, Marilyn. What type of reading are you interested in receiving? What's the topic? I mean, what is the topic to your reading, my darling? And Marilyn, I don't know if you were with me when I got grounded, but I got grounded for a full 24 hours financial. Okay, let's do it. So I just finally got my my live access back. Yeah, because I was saying, you know, standing up to truth to power, but I also was saying the F word a lot against elected official names like F this person, F that person. I'm not going to repeat it because I can't get grounded again. I don't want to get grounded again. But yeah, it was definitely politically related, we'll say. All right, Marilyn, let's go ahead and do your financial reading. Let's see what's going on for Marilyn. Spirit, what does Marilyn need to know in between bands? Thank you for the follow and the heart me. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you thank you, CC, for the follow. Yeah, if you're against this administration, go ahead and follow me. Go ahead and follow me if you're against this administration. You want to stand up for what's right. You don't want to see our neighbors being taken off the streets by people in masks and non-uniforms. Go ahead and follow me. I would love to have you follow me. Yes. Anyone that agrees with this administration, I don't exist to you. Thanks, Kennedy, for the amen. All right. So let's go for Marilyn. And guys, if you want a free reading, go ahead and subscribe. I can't believe this happened to you guys. It's insanity. It's literally insanity here. And now we've apparently launched some missiles. It's going to take 20 hours to get to Guam. And he's going to go into the Cheeto is going to go into the Situation Room and decide if we are going to be sending those missiles to Iran. So we'll see what fucking happens. But I sure the hell don't want to be back in the Middle East doing another war on mass destruction weapons that they don't have. I'm sorry, Marilyn, we got your reading. We're not gonna get on a tangent because I'm going to get grounded again, and I want to do subscriber only Saturday. Okay, so for Marilyn. I trigger myself so easily about this stuff, guys. I get so mad immediately. What does Marilyn need to know about finances, Spirit? Spirit, what does Marilyn need to know about finances? Spirit, what does our friend Marilyn need to know about their finances? What's going on here? All right, where's the cut? There's the cut. Ooh, we have judgment. Judgment at the bottom of the deck says that this is something about fate. This is a leveling up. Your finances could be leveling up. This is Archangel Gabriel. He's the one with the keys to the pearly gates of heaven. So there is something here that is with fate, that is your calling and a leveling up. So there could be a financial leveling up here for you. It could be a spiritual awakening for you because this is a spiritual awakening card as well. But let's see what's going on. Wow. When I see the world, I immediately feel like my financial problems are like going away. Like the end is the world. It's the last card in the major arcana. So I think there's an ending to those problems here, especially when we pair it with the 5 of Swords, which is the take your power back card. Like I'm not going to stand around and just watch you, steal from me or take from me or whatever, fight me. I'm going to fight my fight and I'm going to take my power back. That's why she disarmed these two. These two are on the floor. She has 2 in her hands and 1 right here. So she has her 5 swords. You have everything you need. You have the Magician's Wands times 2, Marilyn, times 2. So this is you having everything you need. All the tools of tarot at your disposal. We have the wands. We have the pentacles. We have the cups. We have the swords. Thank you, Kennedy. We can absolutely do that for you. We'll get you 2 readings here, Kennedy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for submitting a $20 donation. Right. But yes, I do think there's something here that's going to be ending your financial success. Finances are going to be good. Finances, like whatever your troubles are, they're coming to an ending. You have everything you need. 0 is here. 0 is card. The 0 does have a card. It is the Fool. So the Fool is saying take a leap of faith on yourself, okay? Especially with taking your power back and the Success card coming out, girl. Take a leap of faith on yourself. Your finances are going to get better, okay? You're going to land on your feet, darling. All right, Kennedy wants to do a connection with their grandmother. So, Kennedy, let me know that you are here. I got your 2 donations, your $20. Thank you so much for submitting your $20 donation. Do you want to do one full, big reading with mediumship with your grandma, or do you want to do 2 different readings? You're welcome, Marilyn. Thanks for being here. And guys, if you're friends with any other of my subscribers that you know about, share this live with them. Let them know that I am live right now. That I am live right now. One big reading with grandma. All right, Kennedy, let's check her out. She feels like a big return customer. She's like, I feel like she's already ready. Is she the one that came in with bingo yesterday? Because, or maybe the day before, because bingo's coming in a big way again. And I don't remember if that was you or if that was somebody else's grandparent. Bingo. All right, and she keeps having this like green visor. She keeps bringing it forward. So you're going to hear 2 beeps or beeps that go off one time. We're just going to start your reading again. So the second time you hear beeping, that is the end of our reading here. Just like last week. Spirit, this is for Kennedy. Getting in contact with Kennedy's grandma. Kennedy's grandma. She's so funny. Because she, like, immediately when I got your donation, I wrote your name down and called you in. I felt her presence. I felt bingo. But it's so funny because she's such a regular customer of mine now that when I sat here and said getting in contact with grandma, she literally repeated it with me. I heard her go, with grandma. It's just so funny to me. Like she's paying attention. She's here. She just feels like a little bit, not too much of a jokester, but like also very funny. When she has the opportunity to be funny. And I feel like that was like her playing with me, toying with me, just giving me a little ribbon, if you will, like a type of thing. There's a rose that's coming in with her as well. I feel like, I don't know if this is the same. Well, I mean, I just gotta give you what I get, but I do get a rose. I do feel like that was like her sign for you. It's a single rose. So if you ever see roses out in the wild, you see roses while you're scrolling on TikTok or any other platform, just know that she's very present in those moments with that rose. Very singular rose here. Can she tell you who she connect? Can she tell you who she's connect back with up there? Oh, who she's connected. Yes. I understand what you're talking about. Sorry. When I think about who she's with up there, who's greeted her, she's with her soul tribe that she's with, to me, it feels like, I don't know, I get a male figure. This feels like your grandfather to me personally, but it could also be her father. But there's something, I feel like your grandfather might have passed before her, but it's an older gentleman. Makes me feel like it's her husband. So let me know if that makes sense for that. But it makes me feel like her mom greeted her up there, so she's back with her mom. I feel like she had a son in passing as well. That warms my heart so much. There makes me feel like there was a son in passing, like your uncle might have passed away, and that she's back with them as well. So it's just like her parents, her husband, and her son make me feel like that's like who came and initially greeted her. Hi, Tiger Lily. Hi, darling. She's with so many people, though. There makes me feel like she had a lot of friends that ended up passing away before her, all throughout her life, like all stages of her life. She had some friends pass away. Is there anything she wants to tell me? Something about putting too much pressure on yourself. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. It's not worth it. She makes me feel like she really does know how things are working now and that you are able to create the life that you want, but you have to have the mindset for it. Like you have to know whatever you want is coming for you. There is no if or possibly or no. What it is that you want is coming for you. Hi, Megan. So I definitely feel like that is the main message here of not putting too much pressure on yourself and really truly believing and having a mindset that your goals, your aspirations, they might take time to get here, but they will happen. You're programming the program. You're telling the program, you're telling the universe, you're telling your loved ones, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, like, I want this. I don't care if it's big. I don't care if it's delusional. I want this. She was such a big supporter for me. She was my person. Oh, I love her so much. That's how I feel about my gram. Like, definitely I'm a grandma's girl. And I'm luckily still have my last remaining grandmother being alive. And that's the grandmother that like is everything to me. Everything to me. But it's like very much like she doesn't ever want you to doubt yourself. Any decisions that you make, there's no real damage done. There's no real damage done. Every decision that you make, it gets you further on your path. Some decisions do make you have a little bit of a detour, right? So like this road is closed, so then we have to, and then we're back on the road. So there is that. So, but don't ever worry about making incorrect choices, because what's meant for you will always find you, period. Does she want me, does she ever come to my house and visit me and the kids? Yeah. There's something about morning coffee. Like, I don't know if you wake up before your family and have a cup of coffee. I almost said a cuppa, which is a cup of tea. But it does feel like to me that she definitely like joins you and sits down with you and has a cup of coffee. So whether you have your cup of coffee and you're running around, maybe it's tea. You may be like me, may be a bigger tea drinker than a coffee drinker, but it's showing me more like coffee to me. So I do feel like she spends time with you when you have like moments of stillness, and it feels like moments. It doesn't feel like you have like a big time frame, like an hour with her or a half hour. It just feels like in this moment where I have a moment to like breathe and just take a drink of my coffee, she's showing me that she's sitting there with you. Whether you're at your kitchen table, you're in the living room, it doesn't matter. She's having that cup with you. she makes me feel like when she does visit you, she visits you first. And then she's like, how are my kids? How are the babies? How are my girls or my boys? It really feels like girls to me, more or less. But it just feels like she just watches them. She watches over them. She does make me feel like she also does make sure, like, if they're outside, I don't know how young they are or how old they are, but it makes me feel like they're a little bit younger. So you might still be watching them outside, but she's out there with them. I feel like outside is like where she wants to usher these kids all the time. Like, go in the backyard, go to the park, go to the backyard. Like, get outside. I don't know if she liked to be outside or if she was outside a lot or she did a lot of like gardening and things like that. She was feeling ill before her passed. Her garage was left set up like she was sitting down there. Oh, wow. Outside was our favorite. Yeah, so I feel like she's just trying to usher them out. Was she feeling ill before she passed? Her garage was left set up like she was sitting down there. Let's see. She goes, you know me, I'm not a big complainer. She didn't complain. She probably like really didn't want to go to the doctor. She probably was somebody who was like, I'm fine. I'll figure it out. I'm fine. Unless it was a persistent problem. And then she's like, I had to go to the doctor. My knee was out of whack, whatever, like things like that. Thank you, Megan, for sharing. But it definitely feels like she was not a complainer. And that if she was having a heart issue, because, thank you so much, Chi, for renewing your subscription. It said she on there. I didn't see the actual name yet. But anyways, it feels like there was a heart issue that happened. Thank you for the confirmation burp there. Thank you so much, Spirit. She's laughing at me. Thanks, Jen, for being here, darling. Thanks for the heart me. Cheyenne, thank you so much, love. But it does feel like this was like a heart attack to me, or something to do with the heart, where the heart just kind of gave out. Why didn't she tell me if she wasn't feeling well? She knew it. Because she didn't want to be a complainer. That's what she's saying. She's like, you know me, I'm not a complainer. And when it comes to something like a heart attack, it might have happened very suddenly, where she didn't have time to call, or she didn't have the ability to walk to the house from the garage to call. It's just something that makes me feel like it happened very, very quickly. She makes me feel like she was in her garage, like getting stuff to like sweep up outside, whether she was sweeping up grass clippings or getting ready to do the leaves or something. That just makes me feel like she kind of pushed her limits and she sat down or something and she just was gone. This just happened very quickly to me. This just feels very sudden. Hi, Wendy. Welcome in. If you want a free reading, go ahead and subscribe. Tell her I love her in a minute. You tell her. I am her translator. I'm not your translator. How Spirit works is that it's like a 2D drawing, right? I drew like this, right? I drew this little lucky horseshoe, even though I drew it upside down. It's like a little horseshoe magnet. So we can see this. We are like a level higher, right? We're the 3D. This is the 2D. We can see this, but this can't see us. That's their level. They're the 3D and we're the 2D, right? They can see us, hear us, and all that, but they can't hear, but we can't hear them. So you tell her, and just to let you know, like, she knows how much you love her. She knows how much, and she loves you just as much. She loves you just as much. Like, I'm getting the song that my grandma sings to me when we say I love you, which is a bushel and a peck. Because a bushel and a peck and a hug around my neck. And I always butcher the song. Bushel and a neck and a hug around my neck. A barrel and a heap, and I'm walking in my sleep about you. Look up the lyrics to that song if you've never heard it. I set toys around her house that I want her to move around so I know she's still around. I would ask her more for lights right now. I would ask her for more for lights. Like, Grandma, if you're here, flicker this light or do something with the electricity, because I feel like she has more ability with that type of energy right now instead of like physical energy like that. So it's like harder for a spirit to be able to like move a physical object than it is about electricity. Also, you can ask her to give you more roses, because roses is a big sign she gave me. You could also ask her to give you a dime or a penny. If you randomly find dimes and pennies places, that's usually our loved ones, our past loved ones. So I'd ask her for that because they can do that as well. I think it's just the energy of money is different. But asking for like physical movement of a toy is a little more advanced than I think she's at. So I would ask her to mess with the electricity, or that's crazy you say lights, because I have cameras outside her house to watch it and her outside. Do they flicker or anything? Curious to know if they flickered. Oh, Kennedy, I didn't give you a timestamp. Hi, Everin. Timestamp is, I'm going to say 12 minutes. 12 minutes was your timestamp. That's what I'm going to say it was. Because I didn't actually look. So pay attention to that timestamp if you ever want to watch this again. Yeah, I mean, she could probably make the camera go fuzzy for a minute or glitch for a minute. So you could ask her, like, Grandma, if you're here and I'm watching those cameras, like, make the camera glitch. You know, it just, something like that. There's something there that makes me feel like she is more inclined to do that than push something physical. Alrighty, guys. So we are doing subscriber-only Saturdays, but thank you, Kennedy, so much. I am so sorry about the passing of your grandmother, but I am, like, so honored that you allow me to read your grandma, and I feel like I have a connection with her in like a really fun way, because the way she was like poking at me, like saying Kennedy's grandma, Kennedy's grandma, Kennedy's grandma with me. She's so funny. She makes me feel like she's somebody who took life not super seriously. Like she took it the right amount of serious, which is mostly having fun and laughing. All right, guys. So if you are a subscriber here today, you are eligible for a free reading here. So if you're interested in a free reading, go ahead and let me know what the topic matter of that free reading is. All of my paid subscribers are going to get their free reading today. It just depends on the order. You are very welcome, Kennedy, anytime, darling, anytime. But remember, talk to your dead like you've been doing. You are strengthening up your connection with your past loved ones the more you actually physically talk to them. And set up like an ancestral altar, or light a candle for them, or things like that. All righty. So guys, again, go ahead and let me know if you're a subscriber, if you're interested in your free reading. Give me that topic matter. I feel like this card comes out the least out of any card. Cool. Thank you. Could I get a free general? Yes, absolutely, Cheyenne. And if you are interested, I should do something really quickly on my website. Oh, because I didn't think about it, but I don't have a $10 option for my subscriber readings here on my website. I can't do it right now. But if you do pay for the website, it's a $15 donation for the website. You're going to get a 6-minute reading instead of a 5-minute reading anytime you donate $15 or more. Roxy, are you a paid donated reading? Are you a subscriber? Roxy, comment if you're a subscriber, because these are subscriber only lives. So in order to get your reading, you do need to subscribe. All right. For Cheyenne. Spirit, what does Cheyenne need to know? Perfect. Are you Roxy? Perfect. Because whoever sent in through the name Roxy. What does Cheyenne need to know, Spirit? Spirit, what does Cheyenne need to know? I just did a Venmo RR. Everin, are you a subscriber on TikTok? I don't remember. If you could just go on to TikTok super duper quick for me, because I do rather you here, to be honest, because you're not going to get filtered and stuff like that. But if you could just comment really quickly on TikTok, just so I can see the subscriber thing, because I just can't remember. I'm so sorry. My brain's broken. But you can quickly come back onto YouTube right after. And make sure that you go live too. All right, let's the last shuffle here for Cheyenne and what they need to know. Right. Success. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're putting your mind towards, whatever actions you're taking, you're going to be successful with them. The 3 of Wands is the card of success. So if you are if you are doing anything, know that at the end result, success is here. Very projector energy. Very interesting. Yeah, of course, we're going to do. Don't let anything hold you back, okay? So we had success and then the tower here. So you went through a tower moment. Sudden change, sudden upheaval that made you feel stuck and made you feel like, oh, I'm kind of in it on my own. I don't know what to do here. I don't know the next thing to do. That's why we're stuck here. But you have strength as the second card. Strength is saying that you're strong enough to handle this tower moment. Yes, it's going to make you feel stuck. Yes, it's going to make you feel like I don't know the next steps to do, but you are going to get all the information you need to know. The computer has all the information that we need to know. Okay. So just know whatever is going on, you're a beacon of light in the darkness, and you are going to be able to, oh, it's your old name. Okay. But can you come on to TikTok though? I know you are Everin. And you're Everin here on TikTok too. But if you can comment on TikTok, just so I can see the subscription flag, I'd really, really, really appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber for whatever reason, because I just don't remember simply, go ahead and subscribe and we'll get that reading to you. But strength is here saying that you can handle this moment. You are gaining wisdom. You are gaining insight. You are gaining knowledge, okay, to know how to get unstuck. But you are the one doing this. The one that rules over this card specifically, because this is Leo, is the sun. The sun is the most perceived positive sign you can get, right? That's what brings all the yellow and all the success. So you will be successful getting over this. You will be successful getting over this. Hi, Safa. I'm doing well. Everin, I see you said I am, but I do need to see it on TikTok, my love. I do need to see it on TikTok before I can do your reading, okay? So go ahead and just quickly go on to TikTok, say hi. Subscribers will be able to comment, and then I'll be able to see that you are a subscriber. I just need to see it on TikTok, okay? I deleted it. Let me go back. I was taking a social media break. Okay, yeah, I just need to make sure. That's all, because I just don't remember. You're welcome. Hi, Rashana. You're welcome, Cheyenne. You're strong enough to handle anything that comes your way, okay? You got this. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm back in the saddle again. They did ground me for 24 hours for saying basically F the elected officials in my government. I was naming them by name, and they kicked me off for 24 hours. They suspended my live abilities for 24 hours. I'm still subscribed in case I get a reading today. Perfect. Safa, just make sure, I just want you to pop on real quick just to make sure. I do know you're a long-time subscriber. You're somebody who's been subscribing for like at least a year, if not longer at this point. But do come on to TikTok just real quick. Just quickly send me a little hi just to make sure that you are still a subscriber. And I can get your subscription reading here today. We are doing live readings, freebies for my subscribers. So if you're interested in a reading, go ahead and do that. If you want to get a 5-minute reading, it's a $10 donation here today. But anytime you donate $15 or more to the Linktree link, you will get a 6-minute reading. It does not matter the day or the time. Thank you, Safa. I appreciate you. I see you, Safa. Hi, Dave. Thanks for coming and joining us for a little preview. Right now it's a preview because I have subscriber onlys going on. There, Safa. Hi, darling. Anyone who's a subscriber, let me know the topic matter of your free reading. You will get a free reading here today. In between any donated readings, of course, because the donated readings do take precedence. Yes, you can get one. You've been being filtered, huh? I see those periods. Go ahead and let me know the topic matter, love. Love for Rashana. Let's go for it. Megan, thank you for the roses. I'm afraid you've been being filtered too. That's my fear there for you, Megan. If you guys are being filtered, and I see that you have commented that I know you're a subscriber, come back to YouTube, second link in the link tree. You won't be filtered there. Hi, Yeller. Welcome in. All right. So, Spirit, this is for Rashana. Spirit, what does Rashana need to know about love? Thank you for liking the live. Spirit, what does Rashana need to know about love? Spirit, what does Rashana need to know about love? What's going on for Rashana here? Thank you for the heart, Mealy love. Welcome in, girly. Subscriber only Saturdays. It's when you get your free readings. All right, this will be the last shuffle right here. Hi. Okay, wonderful. Everett, I'm going to change this name because I don't want to dead name you. Even though it wasn't really my fault. But I would never do that. And hi. All right, you can come back to YouTube, and then after this freebie, we are going to go ahead. Nope, not your fault. Thank you so much. Go ahead and go back to YouTube if you would prefer, and then we can get your reading to you. I just really appreciate you coming back, typing that out so that I could actually see it, because my brain right now is a wild place to be. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups here, Rayshana. The Knight of Cups is a card of saying fill your own cup, right? Make sure that your cup is filled before anyone else's cup is filled, because you cannot give from an empty cup, period. This is the Knight in Shining Armor card, though. It's not my favorite card in a love reading. I really, out of the Knights, I prefer the Knight of Pentacles, but this is not a bad card to have, but do put yourself first. Don't, and like when you are in a partnership, if you are in a partnership, yes, you do need to compromise. Yes, you need to learn how to accommodate, how to live your life with somebody else involved in it. Yes, you do need to be a good partner, but it does not mean jeopardizing who you are. Does not mean forgetting who you are or forgetting what you like and putting your partner's needs above yours. They're equal playing field. Both needs should be absolutely equal. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, okay, so I see the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands here. We have one more card, though. Hi, Sylvia. Thank you for the tiny dinies. So the Five of Wands is here saying, yes, there's some conflict. Yes, there's some heartache, some heartbreak even. This is all saying, yeah, shit's kind of hit the fan with love. But what's going to be really good is this conflict is going to show you how to really stand up for yourself, how to show up for yourself, how to fill that cup. And then once you feel that way, you are able to get the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is the cup, a card of happily ever after. So there is still hope after this heartbreak, after this struggle, whether it's an internal struggle or a physical struggle. You are going to have this happily ever after moment here when it comes to love, but you do have to confront some things. You have to make sure that you're putting your feelings first as well, and making sure that you're not just putting yourself on the back burner, because back burner is going to be more this type energy, okay? When you start getting your feelings recognized and taken care of and things like that, that's where the happily ever after comes in. So don't fret, don't worry. Everything's going to be fine, but there is a conflict happening, and this conflict's for your highest good to say, hey, I know what I need and it's not this, and then start living your life for you. All right, I hope that helped. I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity or insight. Hi, Megan. So if you're Megan from TikTok, let me know, because I do think my Megan from TikTok, who is a subscriber, who is kind of commented but been being filtered. I just want to make sure. Okay, so that Megan's still there. So you are the other Megan on YouTube as well. But we have Everin first. Everin sent in a $10 donation, so we are going to do Everin's reading. Everin, what type of reading are we doing for you, my love? Thank you, Sylvia, for subscribing for the first time. Hey! Every Saturday, we do subscriber-only Saturdays where you are eligible for a free reading. You get a $10 5-minute reading instead of a $15 donation. But anytime you send in $15 or more to the Linktree link, you're always going to get a 6-minute reading, period. But today you do get the ability to discount from $15 to a $10 donation. I think I know who I have watching over me. I'm just wondering if it is who I think it is. Okay, so I don't do spirit-led during the lives. I do spirit-led in my private readings, but I can see for you who I feel into you just to see what's going on. But I don't typically do spirit-led because sometimes, and this is the only reason why I don't do it live, is sometimes when I call in your people, somebody else's ancestor who is kind of, bigger personality gets in there and they'll start to talk to me, and I'll talk to them like it's your family. And then you'll be like, that makes no sense for anyone. And then somebody in my comment section will be like, that's my family member. So that's the only reason I don't tend to do tend to do spirit led, but we can see what happens. And if it doesn't make any sense, let me know who you're trying to get in contact with, and then we can go from there. Well, let's see what's going on here. All right, Spirit, this is for Everin. Whoever's watching over Everin, let me know who you are. Please present yourself. Whoever is watching over Everin, please present yourself, not prevent. Sorry, present yourself. Spirit, whoever's watching over Everin, please present yourself. I get grandmother vibes immediately. Grandmother vibes. It is a female for sure. It could be a great aunt. It's an older lady, but I feel like grandma is who it is. This makes me feel like grandma on mom's side. She, like, whoever this spirit is, and you can confirm or deny if that makes any sense there. It's somebody who is, I feel like, been your like somebody who rooted for you this whole time, like was always like, be yourself, don't be afraid to be yourself, like love who you love, like somebody who is very much like just wanted you to live like your most authentic life. There makes me feel like there's more people watching over you than just her. It makes me feel like there's a lot of people, honestly. There is a male here as well. They make me feel like a younger male. Not like young like a child, but like young in their like 30s or 40s. This could be perhaps an uncle or a close family friend. I'm thinking 3. Okay, so there's 3 people. Let me know, did grandma make sense? Let me know if that made sense. And let me know if this makes sense too, having an uncle or a close family friend that you might have called uncle. But there's this younger male here. Not grandma, godmother. Okay, just an older. She was older like grandma. She gave me grandma vibes, so it could just because she was older. But whoever this is, this person, like that lady, she's the one who's like, be your authentic self. Don't worry about what other people think. If you want to dress that way, you dress that way. If you want to cut your hair that way, you cut your hair that way. Like just a big supporter, like big supporter is who this woman is. But this male who's here, they don't feel like they were a super big supporter like in your life. It was somebody who did accept you and love you and genuinely loved you, but it wasn't somebody who was like actively like be you. This is more somebody who had a very protective feeling towards you, like this is my family and I will fight anyone who messes with Everin. I will fight them. I will verbally like fight them. I will physically fight them. Like I'm not afraid of confrontation. Like that's how this male feels to me. So I feel like with the godmother, she's still up there like be you, be authentically you, do everything that you want to do. Don't worry about anything else except for what makes you happy. This male feels like you're going to be your protector no matter what. Like they are somebody who is like, they make me feel like anyone who's like confronting you or making you feel any certain way, like they're going to light a fire under those people's asses in the best ways possible. Meaning like they're going to show up for you and be like, you want to mess with my fucking niece or nephew? Like, no, thank you. Not today. Who is this third person? When I think about a third person, yes, not blood relation, good friend, called him Goose. Okay, that's who he's, because he gave me like uncle vibes or like close family friend that you might have called uncle. This last guy, it's not a guy, this last person that's with you is not a person at all. This feels like a family pet. This feels like a dog that you might have had when you were growing up. But it's like a dog that I feel like you've had for a long time, like whether they were there before your birth or they were there a little bit after your birth, but it feels like you guys like were together when you were a baby. Like this dog feels like protection. This dog feels like love and happiness and fun, but also like I will bite anybody who comes from my family. Like, don't mess with me. Also, hopefully that makes sense here for you there, Everin, about a family dog. They make me feel like it was a medium-sized dog, not super large, not small at all. I always get brown dogs, always, and this dog's no different. It's a brown dog. But it does feel like a childhood dog, like a dog you had in your childhood. So let me know, everyone, if that made sense as well. But that is our timer there. And then Megan, it looks like you're talking about job offers. Let me know if you're still here in TikTok, if you're still interested in getting that reading there about these 2 job offers. Said you just joined for a preview. But you shouldn't be a preview. You should just be in because you're a subscriber. Okay, perfect. We'll check it out. But I do want to hear from Everett. I don't know if they're being filtered or not. They could be being filtered right now. If that dog made sense. Because it's like 2 people, a man and a female, a male and a female, and a dog is what I got. Dang filter. I knew you were being filtered. Go ahead and go back to YouTube if you'd like. I just needed you to come here just to say hi to me, essentially, just so I could physically see. You are a subscriber. I'm so sorry to have done that to you. I do appreciate you being a subscriber. I appreciate you sending in your $10 donation. I really, really do. I do hope all that made sense. But yeah, you go back to YouTube and see if they'll let you get out that filter. But Meg, let's go ahead and do your job offer reading here while we get that information here from Everett. All right, Spirit. Spirit, this is for Megan. My grandmother's dog. Sometimes I smell the ocean and wet dog, and I say hi. Godmother's dog. That is hilarious. They're all together. They're all together up there hanging out with you. So hopefully that was the 3 that you were thinking of that is around you. Let me know, too, if that's who you were thinking of. What does Megan need to know about these job offers? Spirit, what does Megan need to know about these job offers? Spirit, what does Megan need to know about these job offers? All right, Spirit's here in a big way. Literal choice. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we know that. Thanks, obvious. But Megan, literally, they gave you the choice card. The choice is yours. What do you want to pick? Some things are good. Some things aren't so good. Things like that. This is not helping you by any means. Let's pull some other cards. All right. They're telling you to sleep on it. Interesting. They're literally telling you to sleep on it. The 4 of Swords is like literally she's in bed. She's asleep. She's having a confusion. That's why her heart's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? But like you're going to walk away with knowledge and experience. So what I would do and what's coming forth to me is before I make any decision on the job offer, I want to see the reviews of former employees. That's what I want to see. I want to see what the former employees of this business has said about this business. Is it a disgruntled employee? You might get some of those, sure. But is it like legit, like this boss doesn't know what they're doing? They're setting the whole place on fire, metaphorically. They have ran out every good employee we've had. Like, definitely do your research on these jobs, and I would check in with former employees and see how they would like it, because you're going to learn knowledge and experience and walk away from it. And you're going to see things in a real way, in not rose-colored glasses. You're going to see them for exactly how they are. Once you see what other people have gone through, what other people's experiences are, because it's knowledge and experience. This is why I'm reading into going online, checking out the reviews from former employees about that job. I feel like there's a website that does that. I don't know what the website's called. Let me Google it. Okay. How do I Google it? Former employee reviews. Glassdoor. Glassdoor.com is going to be a good place for that. Yeah, I think it's Glassdoor. So go to Glassdoor and see what they're saying. There was one more I was thinking about, but maybe just wishful thinking. It just might be somebody who didn't come through right away. But you can always call them in and say, like, is it the relationship to them, whoever they are, and do that. And we could do that reading, and see like what's going on with that person. Because I believe all our loved ones are around us, even if we kind of have a bad relationship. Like some of my loved ones, like I don't want in my spiritual circle. I won't want to talk to them until I get up there and I've made it very clear and very known. And that grandfather still sometimes tries to come down and talk to me. I don't allow it. And there's an uncle here that's also my godfather, but we have a little bit of a strain in our relationship because of his wife. But he's somebody who doesn't feel like he's around me super a lot, but I do feel like he pokes in and sees what's going on, gets the download from my other uncle, and my grandfather, his father. And then I feel like he just really stays with his family more. But I do feel like your loved ones always do come in and just poke in on you and see how you're doing. But maybe not constantly around. All righty, Megan, you're welcome. She said, okay, thanks. Yeah, so I think Glassdoor, because they did not give us much information. It's just like getting enlightened, getting the information, other people's experiences, sleeping on it, and making your choice from there. So you might have to wait out an emotional wave as well. So, Megan, have we ever done your human design? I will. Perfect. Have we ever done your human design, though? Yes, we have. Okay, let me see. All right, Megan, I have your birthday, or this specific Megan's birthday, I should say, is May 10th of 87. Would that be accurate for you? Okay, so you are somebody who needs to trust their gut when making decisions. You have a good intuition about you, so trust your gut when making this decision. But I do want you to get the knowledge from other people, especially if you feel like you're really confused or feeling indecisive about it. But you do not need to wait out emotional waves. You are somebody who can make an in-moment decision. So whatever is inspiring to you, whatever job feels more inspiring, you can go with that as well. But I'm not going to deny what the reading just was. I definitely do suggest, doing what you're going to do. Go to Glassdoor and check out reviews from former employees. All right, but do trust your gut, okay? Trust your gut. All righty. Guys, if you're a subscriber, come get your freebie. Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, Megan. Anytime. Let me know what you decide. Yeah, guys, if you are interested in a reading and you're a subscriber, put your topic matter in there and you will get your free reading. My subscribers are going to get their free readings. Yes, absolutely, everyone. You still get a free reading. Just go ahead and put the topic matter in there. Whoever gives me the first topic matter I see, get their reading. First topic matter. Can you feel into energy? Yeah, I can feel into energy, but the freebies are still the card readings here, Leela. So if you want to do like an energy reading type of thing, that would be a $10 donation today for a 5-minute reading. All right, Everin, let's go ahead and do your general reading. Spirit, what does Everin need to know Spirit, what does Everin need to know? Spirit, what does Everin need to know? What's going on for our friend Everin? One last shuffle here. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is not going to steer you wrong, okay? It's not going to steer you wrong at all. You are going to be able to trust in that, trust in your higher self, your intuition, your creativity. Also trust in that, knowing that your creativity is going to set you apart. If you're feeling overly emotional about anything, get that pen to paper, get that paint on canvas, get whatever other, style there is of art, songwriting, watercolor, pottery. Just naming a bunch of stuff. Interesting. It's very interesting, these cards, because one is like, take a break. And the other is like, I feel like okay, this is what making sense to me. Because this is the second fastest moving card, and this is take a break. So you might be going too fast here, Everin. You might be trying to take on too much responsibility. You might be taking on too much of other people's energy. Time to take a break. This is a card of meditation. So if you want things to come in for you, like especially if we're talking about intuition in general and you're working on your spiritual gifts and developing your intuition, take a break and meditate. Okay, meditation is going to be key for you to get that connection. And there is a connection here. You can see there's a connection to the divine right here through the sword. This sword is bigger than the actual physical part of the card. So you are running forward and you're ready to take on what you want, but you do need to take a moment. You need to take a beat. You need to take a break because you might be going a little too fast. All right, let's do one more card. The Ace of Pentacles. Things are going to work out for you. All right, things are going to work out for you. This is the biggest pentacle in the deck. This is a new beginning in finances, in career, in material gains. Leela, thank you so much, love. I got you. In material gains. This is saying there's a path here. Usually in traditional tarot, there's like a path with an archway. It's very cute. That says that this path is going to lead you to your success in finances, in material gains. Earth is earthbound. So it's anything earthbound you're going to be able to get. But I do want you to meditate because you might be going a little too quick. And then this new beginning is going to come in. Okay. So this could be a new beginning of spiritual business even. Like if you are somebody who is a spiritualist and you are working on your intuition, you're working on your psychic abilities, it could be coming in very quickly through meditation because that's the way it comes through is always do meditation. And you could be making a dime off of it. Makes sense. I suck at meditation. Box breathing is going to be very helpful, especially for somebody who has ADHD. If you have ADHD, you've got to concentrate on something. I concentrate on the elements. So I do a 4 count of the elements. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's totally fine. But you just breathe in earth, air, fire, water. Hold it. Earth, air, fire, water. Let it go. Earth, air, fire, water. Hold it. Earth, air, fire, water. I do box breathing. Hell yeah, Leela. Because I have to have the words. I have to say them. Otherwise, I'm like, what happened last week? And then I'll get lost in a thought. So it's all about concentrating on the breath and doing a 4 count with that breath. Breathing in, pausing, breathing out, pausing, breathing in, pausing, breathing out, pausing, rinse and repeat. All right, Leela, we got your energy reading going on. What's going on for you, darling? What's the topic? What's happening? Yep, so hard to quiet the bees, right? That's why I have to say it in my head. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Even then, like my mind will drift. When your mind drifts, simply write it down. What is your mind drifting? What is your mind telling you? Write it down. I don't care if it's silly. I don't care if it seems unimportant. Write it down. Period. Hi, Sylvia. We're going to get your freebie to you after we do Leela's. So don't go too far. We have 5 minutes here with Leela, but we are going to do your freebie because you are a first-time subscriber. So I do want to make sure you get your freebie here today as soon as we can. All righty. So hopefully Leela's not being filtered. I hope you're not being filtered, darling. something of you. I'm so sorry. I forgot, because I forgot, like, what's your screen name on TikTok? There we go. What's your screen name on TikTok? I would love how to learn how you interpret the cards. Oh, that's so nice. I have been thinking about doing classes, but last time I tried to do classes, nobody signed up for them. Like 0%. Yes! Okay, I do know you're a subscriber. No, you're okay. I just need to make sure that you're the same people, but I know I forgot 89 as a subscriber. If you're interested in the class, let me know, because I'll set one up. I just need people to actually show up, though, because I think I did it for like $88 or something like that, or I'll have to figure out the structure again of how I did my classes, but yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Perfect. She'd be down. But right now, Elizabeth, we are doing a donated reading right now for Leela. Then we have Sylvia. Sylvia has to be next. Hi, Geeka. Okay. We're running. Okay, so Sylvia will be next after we get Leela's donated reading. Then we have Elizabeth. Then we have Geeka. I know Geeka's Fish Cutlets, and Fish Cutlets is a subscriber. Oh, wow. I will never ask you guys to come back to YouTube. I will never ask you. I just figured out how to look at all my subscribers. I will never ask you to come back to TikTok, from YouTube, because I literally found it. I found how to look at my subscriber list. Hell yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for the extra work, guys. I'm so sorry for that. Well, Leela, you might have to go to YouTube, because I feel like you've been being filtered with the type of reading that we're doing. I don't know anything. I just learned. That is so funny. So yeah, sorry for the extra work there, Everin, but I appreciate the effort very much so. But you will never have to do it again, I promise. All right, so Leela says, okay, so she's heading over to YouTube right now. Whoa. Yawny yawns. Yawny yawns. I wish I could just like send out to people that I'm live right now. But yeah, guys, don't forget, it's a $10 donation on Saturdays. My Gen Z coworkers are always having to teach me these things. And you would think as millennials that we have a better handle on technology, because we were the ones that brought in both the technological age and the end of like the not technological age. I don't know what to call it. So like we're like right in the in between there, and we learned all this like from the get. So you would think that we wouldn't need to be taught things, but we do. But we do. But they're changing it all so fast, so many times, man. They really do. That is 100% true. They change it up all the time. All the time. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, I definitely teach Gen Z people. LMAO, you're so funny. That's so funny, Geeka. So there she is. Okay, I'm super emotional lately, and I don't think it's my energy. They don't know Excel. Oh, they don't know Excel. I barely know Excel, to be honest with you. When I did my Excel class, I'm like, I'm never going to need this. I literally use Excel every day. Every day for my business, I use Excel. So let's see what's going on for Leela and see what's going on with their energy here. Spirit, this is for Leela. Spirit, what does Leela need to know about this energy? I may or may not pull the cards on this, Leela. I'm kind of up in the air if we actually need the cards or not. So let's see what's going on, because we're just doing an energy check for Leela, energy check for Leela, energy check for Leela. Girl, I want to scream. I want to scream. Like, I would just want to like put my face in a pillow and just like, I just want to scream. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm trying to bottle up things that I don't feel like is even my business to be bottling up. Maybe I turned up the volume too much. What I want you to do, because I don't feel like this is 100% your energy. I feel like some of it is. I think some of it does belong to you, but there's like a good like 25% portion that I don't feel like is yours. I feel like it feels outward to me. It feels more like the world, like the shit that's happening in the planet, shit that's happening with the orange Cheeto, that's affecting everything, that's literally affecting the world. I want you to go outside. I want you to go outside. I want you to take your socks, your shoes off. I want you to put your feet in the grass, in the dirt, wherever. At the beach, it doesn't matter. Put your feet outside. And what I want you to do, while you're outside, I don't know where the yawn's coming from, but while you're outside, what I want you to do is I want you to do this pose right here, okay? This pose like this. This is a very powerful pose. It's called a power pose. Even in yoga, it's called a power pose. It's like the goddess pose or something like that. So I want you to put your hands out like this at your sides. And I want you just to like make sure you're standing completely upright. You have your crown up here. Imagine you're being held by a string by the crown of your head. And just, I release any energy that does not belong to me. I release any energy that does not belong to me. I release any energy that does not belong to me. And you can imagine that energy like leaving you from all angles of the body. You can imagine it leaving you from the bottoms of your feet into the earth, to the core center of the earth, and watch it like melt away and get destroyed by the magma core of the earth that we have that also has a crystalline structure to it. That's how it feels. It feels like I just need to go outside and release it. It does feel like you're going to have an up and down battle with this, especially if you're absorbing what's happening and you're taking it to heart and you're like, what is going on? But it's very much like just when you are feeling this, when you're feeling like, where are these yawns coming from? What is happening? It is 1 p.m. I've been up forever. Why are you making me yawn? But like just making sure like you are not absorbing the information, you're taking the information and you're knowing it's happening, but you're not creating an emotion with it other than, and this is hard for me because I get triggered so easily. I literally got grounded off of TikTok yesterday because of me losing my cool and saying F basically everyone in the administration. But that's how it feels. So try not to create an emotion with it. If you do create an emotion with it, let it out. Let it out of your body. Let it out of your body. Let it out of your body. I also get orange essential oils. Now, if you have animals, it's overwhelming sometimes. I'm pretty sure I'm really connected with the collective and it's all over the place. Right. That's why you got to take it down to the earth. Like let it scatter from your body. Like if it's coming off of all angles, perfectly fine. Come off of all angles. But like if you can also imagine it coming to the bottoms of your feet and like going into the earth, then just know that's where it's going to be easily destroyed there. She has 4 dogs. So when you have animals in general, essential oils are not good for them. Okay, they're not. But what you can do is you can go buy essential oils and you can get a washcloth, or I wouldn't use a tissue. I'd use a paper towel, to be honest. That's why I had to delete social media. Right. It's too much. It's too much of it. But I would take a few drops of citrus, orange citrus smell. Okay. And put it, as long as you're not allergic to orange, right? If you're allergic to orange, disregard. Use lemon. But put a couple drops of it on the paper towel, not really a tissue. I only have a tissue to example. And then just kind of like breathe it in. You don't have to put it like right on your nose. That's probably not good for you, but just kind of like waft it towards you so that your animals don't really get a hold of it. It's not in the air actively. It's just very much like waving it at you. Okay. That's going to bring positivity back. That's going to make it so that things are not as feeling as hectic. Not that it's going to take away anything that's hectic. It's not. But it's going to help make it feel less hectic. All right, Leela, I hope that helps. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Yeah, I would let go. I would let go of these because some of this energy is yours, but about 25% is not. All right, and Everett, I'm sorry that I had to make you re-download social media. I apologize. Go ahead and delete that again since I know how to look you up now. I'm sure I have some orange essential oil. Perfect. Yep, just put it in like a washcloth or a paper towel. Don't let your dogs get the paper towel. Like whatever it is, don't let them get it. All right, Tate Mommy, let's go for it, Sylvia. What's your topic? No, you're fine. Okay, thank you so much. What's going on? What's the topic matter, darling? You can do a general just to see, do a check-in with spirit, what they want you to know. You can do a topic like love, relationships, finances, health, career, or whatever it is. All right, we're going to do love for Sylvia. So let's check out for Sylvia. Spirit, this is for Sylvia. Spirit, what does Sylvia need to know about love? Spirit, what does Sylvia need to know about love? Spirit, what does Sylvia need to know about love? All right, this is the last shuffle there. I literally heard them say stop. And we have the King of Cups. Leela, I watch cord cutting ASMR when it feels too much. Ooh, yeah, do something that's going to feel satisfying to you. That's going to be nice. So the King of Cups is a card of saying like, it just makes me irritated that the card itself is supposed to be like an emotionally stable man when I never read him as such ever. Like there's really, I shouldn't say never. There's only a rare time where I'm like, he actually feels really good to me. He does not feel good to me. He feels like he's an emotional mess that creates the emotional mess that then sits down and goes, what are you going to do about it, huh? What are you up to about it? Ugh. You might be dealing with a man here. All right, let's see what's going on. You're walking away from this man. You did get the pair. I like her much better. She is emotionally stable. She is able to fill her cup. She doesn't have to ruffle any feathers here. She just very much can just handle her shit and handle her emotions, be fulfilled, because this person does not feel fulfilling to me. They do not feel fulfilling. So you might be dealing with a water sign man, and you might be a water sign person as well, whether it's your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign. It could be any of the big three, or anything that you have a lot of planets in. So none of my big three is Earth, but I have 5 planets in an Earth sign. So it's also big energy there. But there is something you're walking away from, something you've probably known you want to walk away from since March. March probably came to a head during the eclipse seasons. Saying like, something's not right here. I don't really like this. Something's wrong here. And you're going to walk away. When you walk away, you're going to be feeling much more fulfilled. You're going to be feeling much better about yourself. Girl, you got 2 queens and my favorite queen and Salem on your side. She's magnetic. She knows what she wants. She goes for it. She's popular. She's really like, she steps into her own. She's transformative. This queen's more intuitive. Like she's an intuitive queen, but she's a queen that just goes out and gets what she wants, okay? So I do think whatever you're going to walk away from, you're going to feel empowered by it, okay? Because these are powerful bitches right here. These are bad bitches. You're a bad bitch, okay? Whether you feel it or not, you're a bad bitch. She doesn't come out for everyone. Salem doesn't come out for everyone. You have luck on your side. You have the sun on your side. The sunflower is in the representation of the sun. Just make sure you are fulfilling your cup. You're getting your needs met. Because whatever's going on with this King of Cups, I don't feel like that's happening at all. The 8 of Cups is telling me like you're walking away from this person. So I do hope that made sense there, Sylvia. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing, being your first time subscriber. Thank you so much. And guys, if you're interested in subscribing, you're going to get a weekly free reading every Saturday as a subscriber only Saturday. Made 100% sense. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear that. Subscriber only Saturdays, you'll get free readings. You'll also get discounted readings. Typically throughout the week, the readings are $15 for a donation to get a 5-minute reading. Now on Saturday only, it's $10. So you'll get a 5-minute reading for $10 donation. But anytime throughout the week that you donate $15 or more, you are also going to get a 6-minute reading. Okay. 6-minute reading anytime you donate $15 or more. Now I'm going to promote these perks here because I do have perks, but they're not necessarily the right one. So I have to update them. All right, next we have is Elizabeth. Elizabeth, thank you so much for being here. I know you are on YouTube right now, and then Geeka, you're going to be after Elizabeth. Anyone else who is a subscriber? Woo, tongue-tied. Anyone else who is a subscriber, you will be eligible for your weekly free reading. So go ahead and just let me know that you're interested. I'll get you on the list. If you want a more in-depth reading, mediumship reading, or a human design reading, it is a $15 donation. To get that reading, or $10. It's Saturday, $10 for subscribers. Non-subscribers are not getting readings here today. It's subscriber only today. All right, Elizabeth, let me know that you're here, darling. Let me know what type of reading we're doing. Why did you taste like, oh my God. Oh. What is in here? Oh no. Well, that was fucking terrible. All right, we're going to do career for Elizabeth. I just drank water that looked fine, but wasn't fine. It tasted bad. Anyway, Elizabeth. Let's see what's going on here for career. Well, how can we help our friend Elizabeth in career spirit? All right, I want to do 2 more shuffles here. See what's going on. All right. Well, the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands isn't a bad card by any means, but it is a card of feeling overwhelmed. It's a card of feeling like, shit, what just happened? What just went down? I don't even know what happened. Because the 8 Wands is the fastest moving card in tarot, the 8 of Wands, and they all landed right behind her. This character here, and this character is holding their own wand, making the 9th wand, and they're like, what? Where did you come from? What happened? Like, so there could be something that happened out of the blue that is now making you feel like you need to like hold your horses, heal from something, a bandaged head, bandaged hands. So you got to get your bearings back. All right, that's how I feel about with career. You got to get your bearings back. Let's see what the other cards are. Yeah, I definitely feel like you got to get your bearings back. All right, the 10 of Swords is here. The 10 of Swords is a card of put a fork in her. She's done. She's been gaslit. She's been used and abused and hung out to dry. Toxicity is leaking out of the character. She's went through some hardships here. It's very much like, I'm still functioning. I'm still answering emails. So you can see her phone in her hands. She's still answering emails. She's still answering text messages. She's still active, but she's burnt out. She burnt out like a motherfucker. But it's always darkest right before the dawn. Now, the second card we have is Judgment. Judgment is a calling card saying that you are called to level up. You are called to the pearly gates of heaven. You are called to do something that is your fate, what you are fated to do. Be a leader. You're fated to be a leader. Okay, they are the leader of the Catholic Church. It's traditional tarot at the Pope. This is something that you are meant for leadership opportunities, for leadership roles. So whatever is going on here, yes, you're being burnt out. Yes, you're being used and abused and hung out to dry. You might have to level yourself up by potentially leaving. I'm not seeing any real cards saying leaving other than the 10 itself, right? The 10 is endings. The 10s have got his completion. It's done. Like she's done, right? Put a fork in her, she's done. But you might be needing to move on because wherever you're at might be a lot of conflict here. But and especially if you are a leader and they're not listening to you, or you're trying to be a leader and they're not respecting your authority. But I definitely feel like there's something here that's not working out and that you need to level up and maybe go into leadership positions. All right, Elizabeth, I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a paid subscriber on TikTok. I really appreciate you all so much. Now, guys, if anyone's out there in TikTok land or YouTube land, right now we're doing TikTok paid subscribers live only on Saturday. If you are thinking about subscribing because you want to get a reading, free readings on Saturdays for all subscribers. You also get the option of a $10 donation reading for 5 minutes instead of a $15 donated reading. If you do donate $15 donation, donate $15 at any point, does not matter when, you will receive an additional minute for free. That's a 6-minute reading. Elizabeth said, definitely physically and mentally burnt out. Yes, thank you so much. You are very welcome. Not a problem there, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a subscriber and hanging out with us today. All right, now we have Geeka. Geeka, let me know that you're here. What's the topic matter of your free reading here today? For being a subscriber, you are getting free readings on Saturday. Got to get back to work. Y'all have a great day. Thanks. You're very welcome, love. Have a great day at work. Rooting for you. Just get through it, darling. Just get through it. Whew. Hi, general, please. All right, Geeka. Let's do a general reading for you. Spirit, this is for our friend Geeka. Geeka. Spirit, what does Geeka need to know? Spirit, what does Geeka need to know? Hi, Betty, Canadian friend. Hello. I love to see my Canadian friends here. Spirit, what does Geeka need to know? What does Geeka need to know? What does Geeka need to know? All right, last shuffle. Nope, I didn't like that shuffle. We're going to do one more. That was a better shuffle. All right. All right. We are weighing out some options here. The 2s are always balance, relationships, partnerships, unions, things like that, duality. So this is a card of weighing out options, period. Like you can see there are 2 pentacles and she's trying to go back and forth. She's weighing them out to see how they are. Now there is an infinity symbol in between them. Just bring it closer so you can see it better. The infinity symbol is saying that you could weigh this out forever, right? You could weigh out these options forever. You have to make a choice at some point. You can weigh it out all day long and still feel like nothing's perfect or nothing's right. But eventually you are going to have to make a choice. Interesting. Okay. We have the Magician. The Magician is saying that you have everything you need. Everything you need. You have the wands, the pentacles, the cups, the swords, this growth of abundance. You have consistent access to it. You see that infinity symbol again. You have success. You have passion, drive, romanticism as well. We have innocence. We have protection. You have everything you need to start anything. This is the card of the manifestor, right? You can manifest the life that you want. Whatever it is that you're wanting, whatever you're going for, whatever it is that you're interested in, you can make your dreams a reality. You are not stuck anywhere. We have the devil, right? The devil is a card of saying, I feel codependent. I feel like I have vices or addictions that I have to deal with. I feel like I am locked up with somebody else's control over me. But again, you have everything you need, right? You don't need to be tied up to the devil. You can literally take off the chains. The chains are very loosely placed. Literally take them up above your head, throw them aside, and walk away. It is a choice to stay here. It's a choice to allow somebody else's energy to manipulate your energy or tell you that you have to do this or you have to do that or you got to do this, you got to do that. It doesn't matter. You're in a transitional period right now, the Six of Swords, transitioning out from here to recognizing that you have the power, you have everything you need and consistent access at it. So you are weighing out your options between staying somewhere you probably shouldn't be staying and really honing in on what it is that you want and transitioning from the two. Okay. So whatever's going on here, Gika, you do not need to stay. You do not need to stay. It's kind of hard when the devil is your mother, LMAO, but F's possible. Yeah, for sure possible. Yeah, absolutely. Like there's so many people in this world who are in the same boat as you when it comes to narcissistic parents or parents that don't listen or parents that think they have control over you because they gave birth to you. I'm a fucking adult. I didn't ask you to be born. You decided to get pregnant. And yeah, I decided to come down here and I chose you as my parent because I needed to learn some lessons. But at the same time, I didn't really ask for this, not in this form, at least I didn't. I do think we do ask in our spiritual form. But if you need to stand up to your bully and your bully is your mom, I mean, go ahead and do so, especially if you are able to not live there, able to be financially free from them. I know there's a lot of complications when it comes to family ties in general. But if you are able to get out from underneath them in any way possible, you can choose to engage with them or not engage with them. Okay. You might need to make some things work, like balance out some things financially in order for you to walk away from that devil. Okay. So I would do anything you can to get away from this situation. All right, guys, where are my other subscribers at? So I do hope that I'm adopted, but yeah, exactly. I don't live with her, but that's the only energy I can think of. I mean, it could even be like an energy from a job scenario, ex-person. But if you're somebody who's like, I want to go low contact with my mom, then go low contact with her. I'm honestly like, my mom's a lot. I do love my mom. I do love her. Like she is somebody I will miss when she's gone. She is somebody that I know I can depend on if something is not going my way or I need some assistance in some way. I know I can rely on her. I can't hang out with her for too long. I can't hang out with her too long because she doesn't listen. She hears what I say, she jumbles it up in her brain and then says something I never, ever even implied. And it's just like, it's like, Mom, you don't hear me. Like don't get me wrong. And this is me kind of also being an asshole at the same time, totally taking my own shit. But like, there was a time where I was living with her and she'd go out and she would go and buy me a thing of tea, like from like Big B or something, right? And I would tell her, it's like, Mom, you're buying me like the really large size and I keep wasting it and I don't really want to waste it. Like, will you buy me the medium size? I would rather have the medium size. And she just ignored me over and over and over again. And she'd still come home with this giant thing of tea that just wasn't what I wanted. And it got to the point where I was like, Mom, you're not listening to me. I know it seems small, minuscule with this example, but it's literally my whole life. Like she just doesn't listen. She just does what she wants. And it's so frustrating as her child to be like, Mom, I want to have a relationship with you, but you have to listen. You have to hear me. You can't just jumble it up in your head and do what you want because then I'm not going to want to share with you. And so all of us are, we're not no contact with her at all, but we are relatively low contact with her. And it's just because she does have a lot of problems that she does need to recognize that she has and maybe go and get a little bit of help for that. But if my mom ever called me and she needed me, I'm right there. Especially if it's something important, like I'm right there. Or if it's something small, like I can get there when I can get there. I'm not taking her out of my picture, but she's also not somebody I involve in my picture super a lot. And I know it sounds like really first world problem. It really is a first world problem. But at the same time, it makes me feel undervalued that she doesn't listen to me. It makes me feel crazy that she doesn't listen to me. It's very much that energy of, I don't know how long I can stay when you try to make it seem like I'm saying something I'm not at all even implying that I'm saying. Leela go, me and my mom go back and forth on the low contact. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us are in that situation. My mom's not a narcissist, but she just has a lot of issues. Just gonna leave it at that. But I do love you, Ma. I love you. I love you so much. You're not in heaven. You are in the physical, and I am gonna see her later. But I do love her. She is. She's my mom. And I'm sure people who are estranged from their mom or have no contact with their mom, they may also feel like, I wish I had some sort of relationship with her. And I'm lucky enough to have some sort of relationship with her. But I do see why some kids have to say, for my own good, for my own betterment, for my own mental health, I can't talk to my family. I can't talk to any of them. Or I just can't talk to the specific person, parent, sibling, whatever it may be. It happens more time than we like to admit. Some parents just have an entitlement, and that is the opposite of gratitude is entitlement. So I heard that recently on TikTok. I don't know who the creator was to give them props for it. It was somebody who was a yoga teacher. But yeah, the opposite of gratitude is entitlement. Man, this water was so gross. So nasty. To abruptly change the... There's nothing in it. Anyways, guys, so we're going to wait around for a little bit longer to see where our subscribers are. I would love to be able to share to my subscribers, but it doesn't let me. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff on here. I'm just poking around now. But I'm going to stay on for just a few more moments here. So if you're a subscriber, let me know that you're here, and we'll do your free reading for you. Absolutely, positively. I don't know. I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out with the camera running. But guys, welcome in for anyone who's new here. If you're interested, we are doing subscriber only Saturday. So if you're interested in getting a subscription, you will get a weekly free reading every Saturday. On Saturdays specifically, you will get a discounted donated reading. So it's instead of $15 donation, you will get a $10 donation. You get a 5-minute reading. Anytime you donate $15 though to the donations, I think I said that right. Donate $15. You will get a 6-minute reading. That would be your benefit there. And I would pin more, but it's not letting me pin any more of my perks. It says I need to wait more time, but it's been 3 minutes so far. All right, I'm actually gonna wait 3 minutes here. If I don't get any subscriber in, or somebody who's a new subscriber wanting to get in, I'm just gonna get off. I don't really count. I don't really count today as like an actual work day. Today's subscriber appreciation, so it's just subscriber appreciation. Thank you guys for being subscribers. Thanks for supporting the page and the live. Spirit, thank you for being here. But yeah. Oof. I got the burps now. I got the burp. Spirit is here in a big way. Spirit makes me burp. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I don't got words right now. I got grounded yesterday. So, guys, all I'm going to say is if you're against this administration, you're against what's happening, you're against people being kidnapped off the streets by masked men in uniform that doesn't match each other, follow me. Follow me. You're my people. If you do agree with this administration, you can please just, scroll on, go away. But if you do agree that what's happening is awful and atrocious and that we do need to stand up together and unify against the tyranny in which what is happening here, you're my people. It's really bad here in Texas. Oh no, Leela, what's going on in Texas? The raids, we'll just say. I'm not going to say the actual thing right now because, again, I just got done being grounded. But you get what I'm putting down, the raids that are happening, the kidnappings that are happening. Also, I guess I finally figured out what was going on with the women who have been kidnapped. Apparently, they're forcing them to do gynecological examinations, I don't know if they're being experimented on. That could be hearsay, but like there's something going on that they're not allowing them to say no to any gynecological exam. And I feel like I'm saying that word wrong. But yeah, Senator Ossoff or something like that, Ossoff or something like that. He's the one who is reporting on it. They're trying to oh no. The governor called National Guard into the major cities. Ew, why? I haven't even heard of any protests that's happening with you guys, like in LA, and they're trying to rejudge. That's gerrymandering. That's literally illegal. It's literally illegal to gerrymander. Man, these people who are thinking they rule the world are really mean. They're really mean people who think that they have the say to control other people. Oh, there are huge protests here. Why am I not seeing it on TikTok? Are they doing the same things like meeting up at ICE raid? Well, I said it, I guess. Meeting up at the kidnapping raids and protesting them there as well? My town of 8,000 have 100 people protest on No King's Day. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love that. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about No King's Day. I'm thinking more like LA, though. Like, LA will just show up. Like, they heard that the kidnappers were going to a Home Depot. Then they heard the kidnappers were going to the Dodger Stadium. Then they found out where the kidnappers were sleeping and, like, bothering them all hours of the day and, like, getting in their way and, showing up with shields. Like, I saw a group of people who were facing off with the kidnappers, and they had shields, and they were just like letting the rubber bullets hit the shields, and they were like going forth. There was 250 people who were there, and 5 people did get arrested, but 5 people out of 250 people just tells me we need more manpower. That's what that tells me. We need more manpower. Yes, the kidnappers are bad. The farmer said that 0 people showed up to work the farms. Guys, that's our food. That's our food. That is how we starve. That is how we starve. Because kidnappers are taking people away from their jobs. They're afraid to show up. And who gets hurt from that? Everybody. Everybody. Doesn't matter your color of skin. It does not matter your religion. It does not matter your social economic status. It does not matter anything. That's our food. That's scary. Leela, that's very scary. And honestly, I do feel like the election was rigged. I'm fighting anyone that's a mass taking people. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm fighting anyone who's even saying some racist ass bullshit. I'm doing that as well. I heard in real life somebody say some racist ass shit, and I immediately called them a racist. Like, it wasn't immediate. I had to finish bowling, but they were bowling with us. They were the other team. And when she tried to shake my hand, I told her I don't shake hands with racists. She's like, racist? What do you mean? I was like, yeah, I heard you say about black people hustling you in bowling. I heard you say that. Oh, that was just a joke. It's like, it wasn't a fucking joke. Because the way she said it is like, she got next to her person, she lowered her voice, and she's like, you know, black people say that they're not good at bowling, and then they go ahead and bowl a 300. They're even hustling us in bowling. I was with my grandma. 86-year-old grandma. I bit my tongue in that moment, but I wasn't going to bite it for long. Because when she tried to shake my hand, I said, I don't shake hands with racists. And it started yelling like she's a fucking racist. My grandma didn't like that I use the word fuck, so she yelled at me. She's like, hey! And I was like, sorry for swearing, grandma. And then I was like, goodbye, racist. Goodbye. And then she left. I was so fucking mad. I was so mad. You got to call it out. You got to call out bad behavior when you see it, period. And that means calling out anyone in a red hat. Because red hats, that 4-letter word that red hat says, or that 4-letter whatever shortened down version of it is, there's another 4-letter word that I know that starts with N, ends with an I, that pretty sure those red hats are. Pretty sure they're the same. They're of the same breed. What? That doesn't even make sense. Right. Doesn't make any sense. It was just a racist comment to say. She just wanted to be fucking racist. And I'm not today. Not in front of me. Not in front of my 86-year-old grandmother. Nope. Alrighty, guys. It does not look like we have any other subscribers coming in for their free reading, so I am going to skedaddle. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you, everyone, for being a subscriber here today. Thank you for getting your donations in. I really appreciate it, and I will definitely see you. I'm not going to be on tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday. All right. I love you. Bye. Have a good one. Okay, bye.